everyone, welcome to my kitchen. This is Suganthi Krishnan and you're watching Cooking with Suganthi. This is my first show and I would like to dedicate this to my mother Kantimati Victor and my mother-in-law Mangama Swami. Cooking has become a passion for me and that's one of the reasons why I started this show. When I came to the United States 36 years ago after I got married, I did not know how to cook. And I was craving for my mom's cooking. And that craving forced me to learn cooking so fast. My cooking is not just Indian. I will be sharing recipes from Chinese, Thai, American, and Italian cuisines as well, with a touch of Indian. The dish I'm going to make for you today is spicy green chicken curry. And this is the first chicken curry I made for a potluck at work. And that was a big hit. Everyone loved it. I'm sure you'll like it also. And in this recipe, I'm going to use mostly green ingredients and some dried ingredients. I will grind them all to come up with a sauce. We call it the masala. Masala is nothing but, in Indian, mixture of many spices. And this masala will be the base for my chicken curry. And let me show you the ingredients I'll be using. 2 pieces of chicken breast cut into pieces and pad dried nicely. The reason we pad dry is to take out extra moisture, because when we cook this in the sauce, the chicken gives out more liquid and the sauce becomes too watery. And it takes longer to get dry and thicken, and by then the chicken pieces will get hard. So pad dry the chicken nicely. And then cilantro, 1 bunch, washed and chopped, and 2 medium tomatoes, 1.5 onions, and mint leaves, about 20 leaves. And you can put some stems, which is perfectly okay because I'm going to grind them all for the sauce. And 3 serrano chilies. And these chilies are pretty hot, so you can adjust the number of chilies and the type of chilies according to your taste. And this is ginger, 1-inch ginger peeled, and it's good to take the skin out in ginger when you make curries, because the ginger skin has a bitter taste to it. But when you make like a ginger tea, it's perfectly okay to leave the skin. You can just crush the gingers with the skin after washing it nicely and boil it in water, and you can make your tea. But when you make curries, make sure you peel the skin. And this is 1 head of garlic peeled. So these are the green ingredients. Fennel seeds. Fennel seeds, they look like cumins, but they're a little bigger in size and they're greenish in color. And it also has a sweet taste to it. And it's very good for digestion. And so is cumin seeds. And this is poppy seeds. And these 2 ingredients, Indians we use in all curries, always together, because the combined aroma is very beautiful and it's very aromatic. And these 2 ingredients, they add beautiful flavor to any dish you cook. And this is cloves, and cloves are antioxidant, and these cloves are very good for toothache. And I've been using this ever since I was a little girl, and it worked perfectly well for me. And this is cardamom, and cardamoms are comes in pods, like greenish pods. And they also have big cardamom. It's like a black cardamom. It's bigger in size. But I always use the green cardamom. In the Southern Indians, we use South Indians, we use green cardamom mostly. And inside it has like black seeds. So these are the seeds they take out, they grind it and use it in the dishes. But I'm going to use the whole pod also, because I feel even the pod has some nutritional values. And cinnamon sticks and star anise. These two ingredients has the property to reduce the cholesterol and blood pressure. And Indians have been using all these ingredients, especially cinnamon sticks, whenever we cook meat dishes. And we did not know the reason. I'm sure our forefathers, they knew why they were using it, and down the line we forgot. And recently the scientific research had said these two ingredients especially, they reduce cholesterol. So there you go, that's the reason. And turmeric. And turmeric is powerful antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antibacterial. And this also helps with chest congestion. We used to take half a teaspoon of this, boil it in milk, and mix it with honey, or sometimes without honey, for chest congestion. I give it to my family whenever they have chest cold. It works perfectly well. And salt. And all the medicinal value I shared with you today, don't take by my word. Just you do your research and you learn about it, and consult with your doctor if you're going to use any of these for medicinal purposes. Let's do the grinding. So first I'm going to add the tomatoes. So it'll make the grinding easy. It gives out liquid, so the grinding will become easy. So tomatoes. I'm going to add just 1/3 of this onion, actually half an onion. Remember, this is 1.5 onion. So I'm going to keep the 1 onion for frying. So this is just half an onion. Green chilies, I just chopped them so the grinding will be easier. Mint leaves. Garlic and ginger. If you want, you can grind them separately, but it's okay to grind them all together. If it's small quantity, it's very hard to grind because half of the paste will get stuck to the blender. So you can grind them all together. So in the ginger, for easy blending, I slice them. And the cilantro. And then I'm going to add the dried ingredients. The clove, I'm going to add about just about 7 or 8 pieces. Cardamom, same thing. With pod, if you want, you can peel it and you can just add the black seeds. So I'm going to add about 7 or 8 of those. This I'm going to keep it for frying in the oil. And star anise, I'm going to add about 3 of them. 1 full teaspoon of fennel seeds. This spoon is a little smaller, so I'm adding a little bit more. And about half a teaspoon of poppy seeds. And that's it. So let me take the spoon out. So I'm going to get it out. Oh, the smell is beautiful. I wish you could smell it. I'm going to turn the stove on. And one thing I forgot to mention, this turmeric powder is it can stain your clothes. It can stain anything. So if it spills, immediately wipe it. And if you're cooking with turmeric, always use an apron to protect your clothes. Let's start the cooking. I have here olive oil, and you can use any oil you prefer, and you can use about 3-4 tablespoons. I use a little bit more because you need more oil to fry the onions and all the sauce. It tastes better. So first I'm going to add the cinnamon stick. You can break it into 2 pieces. And then you can add the star anise, about 3-4 of them. So here, this is frying. Okay, then I'm going to add onion. Okay. Onion should become a little bit glassy, and then you add the sauce, the masala. And while the onion is frying, usually I put some salt. So onion, when you eat in the curry, it tastes good. So put a little bit of salt in the onion to give it a flavor, and then I'm going to add the sauce to it. So in this, you can add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Okay. You can add a little bit more salt now. So about 1 teaspoon. Don't put too much, because if it's too much, it's very hard to bring it down. If it's less, you can always add more. So let it cook. Sauce has to cook so nicely. It will start to bubble and the oil will come out. So that's the right stage to add the chicken. So let it cook. I'm going to cover it. And the ginger, it has a tendency of burning. So once in about every 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, open the lid and give it a stir so it won't burn in the bottom. Okay, the sauce is boiling. I'm going to add the chicken now. Mix it nicely. Let the pieces be covered with the sauce all through. And at this point, you can check the salt. If you need, you can add some more. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid. I'm going to let it cook for another 7 to 8 minutes. And in between, open it and try to stir it so it won't burn. Let's check. Wow, it's all ready. See the sizzling? The oil is bubbling out. So that's the right stage to take the chicken out. So this is done. And in between, 2 times I gave it a stir. So this is ready. Now we can turn the stove off. Spicy green chicken curry. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for watching.